Yes, folks, it's John G. Sutton, Tales from the Jails. This is my book, by the way. HMP Manchester Prison Officer. See that guy there? Yeah. Look what happened. That's me. Yeah, anyway, do read my book. It's also on audio books and Kindle. It's available on Amazon. It's doing reasonably well. Anyway, I want to talk today about the Conservative Party that are in power. You know, the government. We are very thankful today. We've had word from Rishi Sunak that he's going to listen to the people, or the people in Parliament, concerning bringing back the death penalty. And he's assured us all that the Conservative Party are the party of law and order, which is good to know, don't you think? Because he's promised in his recent speech that he's going to get another 20,000 police officers onto the streets to protect us. Don't you feel safer now? You do, don't you? I mean, just think, we could have another paedophile gang. Another couple of paedophile gangs will fit in there, won't they? What about a couple of David Carricks? We need some of them, don't we? We need them in the police. We need them there so we know how to identify the rapists, the child molesters, the murderers, yeah? Because we've had a few of them, haven't we? A lot of them in uniform as well. So I can see where he's coming from, Rishi Sunak, when he's saying that we're going to bring another 20,000 more of these uniform murderers, rapists and child molesters onto the streets. At least we can identify them, folks, can't we? It's bloody madness what's happening at the moment. And as for the Conservative Party discussing bringing back hanging, if they had a referendum on bringing back hanging, then I would believe, personally, you know, having spoken to people, because they asked me about it, because I'm experienced dealing with murderers and extremely violent inmates over a period of time. They asked me what I think would happen. Well, I know what would happen. 70% of the British public would vote to bring back hanging, or bring back the death penalty. And the government that are elected to represent the people decide in their wisdom that we're not going to have the death penalty. I personally do not believe that it's a deterrent. I mean, there are people out there who are saying, like, I think his name's Lee Evans, is it? Who is the new chairman of the Conservative Party. He's saying that, well, the one thing about the death penalty is once they've been subjected to that, they won't commit any more offences, which is a rather disingenuous statement. And when you look back at the history of capital punishment, you will see that probably about 10% of the people who were executed were actual innocent. And if we go back far enough, I mean, probably 90% were innocent. People who were doing little more than taking sheep or deer from the king's land or the lord's land to actually feed their starving families that were being allowed to starve by the people who were supposedly in charge. So, I mean, is that worthy of being strung up, hung, drawn and quartered in public? That was a disgusting punishment, hung, drawn and quartered. Who knows what it was? Let me tell you this. They used to hang you by the neck, but not until you were dead, until you were choking, yeah, you were nearly dead. Then take you down, open your stomach up, take your innards out, your guts, wrap them round a barrel and roll the barrel round until all your guts were out, then cut it off. Then attach your arms and legs to one of 4 horses. Then whip the horses until they dragged your limbs apart. Seriously, that was being hung, drawn and quartered. And they did this in public. I believe Guy Fawkes enjoyed that privilege. Or if you were really fortunate, like Charles I, you just got decapitated. Head chopped off. Or you married the wrong king, like Henry VIII. Of course, he absolved all his problems, didn't he? He started a church. The Pope would not allow him to be divorced, so he disbanded all the Catholic Church monasteries, raided them, robbed them of all their treasures, and set up his own church. of which he announced that he was the head of the Church of England. That's how we get the Church of England, you know, because he murdered his wives, serial killer, psychopath, rapist, thief, yeah, Henry VIII, the head of the Church of England. I was actually confirmed into the Church of England. I didn't know very much about it at the time. I was only about 11. But if I'd known then what I know now, I would say I am not joining the Church of Satan. Because, believe me, in my opinion, Henry VIII was satanic. Do you not agree? Anyway, so we're talking about bringing back the death penalty. We can be assured that Rishi Sunak is not in favour of that, his current Prime Minister, and that the public, the people that he represents or purports to represent, will have no say in this matter whatsoever, because we are not to be trusted, are we? Because we're just the people that they represent. We're the people that we vote for. We vote for them, yeah? We're not to be trusted to make any decisions, no. We have to have our lives ordered for us. That's why they're going to reduce the speed limit all over the UK to 20 miles an hour. I mean, I don't know if you've been behind any seriously powerful cars and tried driving them at 20 miles an hour. I mean, I have. I had a big 3.5 litre Mercedes, and you try driving that at 25 miles an hour. It feels like you're crawling along the road. Or get yourself behind the wheels of a Bentley Arnage. I've been in a Bentley Arnage at 130 miles an hour on the Isle of Man. Seriously. And it felt like it was just gliding along and you're doing 130. You try tootling along at 20 miles an hour in one of them. And I've got just a standard electric vehicle, a Hyundai Kona. But it's 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. And I tested it the other day. I was just driving along with my son-in-law by my side, and I said, "You watch this. 1." And before you could count to 1, it had gone from 20 miles an hour to 40 miles an hour, just instantly like that. Absolutely, really rapid. It's so. To keep the speed limit, to keep it under 20, I don't know how you're going to do it. You have to drag an anchor or something like that, won't you? It's going to be interesting anyway, isn't it? And of course, once you get past a certain age and you get a couple of inadvertent speeding offences on your ticket, they put you down for an extra test and ban you till you've passed it. See how they do that? Some poor old bastard just got done 3 times for doing over 30 miles an hour. He was 75 years of age, suspended his licence till he passes his test. I mean, who's going to go and do that again at 75 years of age? What they're trying to do is get people off the roads, isn't it? Yeah? Encouraging people to use bus routes, trains. The trains are on strike, the bus drivers are going on strike. You can always use a bicycle. Yeah, you get yourself run under by a bus or something like that. Reduce the population. That might be the idea. Who knows? But anyway, that's the gripe for today, the little rant for today on Tales from the Jails about Rishi Sunak saying we're not going to get any votes on the death penalty, and we should be thankful that we're getting an extra 20,000 uniformed offenders on the street so we can identify them. I mean, they don't even interview them face to face these days. You do the interview online, you know. Have you ever been convicted of a criminal offence? No, I haven't. Never done anything like that. Are you psychologically sound? Yeah, I'm really good. I'm going to be a good policeman, yeah. Yours, David Carrick. Yeah, he'd be suffering now, won't he? That bastard. He looked like a really arrogant pig, didn't he? Yeah. He won't be feeling so arrogant when his mates meet him, his cellmates. Hiya, David, how you doing? Of that, you bastard. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that little rant. And I have to warn you now, I'm going to sing. It's not really singing, but I'm plenty warning you. I've got my song dinger. There you go. That's plenty warning, is it not? Yeah. Whoa, did you see that? That flash of lightning there? That was Larry and Billy Goat Gruff running for the hills of Rotherham, out on the Yorkshire are the Yorkshire Plains of Yorkshire, the Yorkshire Dales. Have you been there? It's very beautiful, you know. But round Rotherham, keep going, don't stop. The guy with the big wellies, he's looking for friends. So, but you might be alright as long as your name's not Billy Goat Gruff. Yeah, and I was going to sing Song of the Clyde for Paula, but I just didn't. I thought I'd sing this because it's to do with the subject matter for today. But I'll give it a little belt at Song of the Clyde if you want. Oh, the River Clyde, the wonderful Clyde, the name of it thrills me and chills me with pride. There you go. Oh, I used to like that song. Yeah, it's I think it's the opening scene from Billy Liar, isn't it? Yeah. Have you ever seen that film? I highly recommend you watch that film, Billy Liar. It's one of my favourite films. From about 1963, I believe. Tom Courtenay. Who else is in it? Yeah, Wilfred Pickles is in it. Yeah. Criticising Billy, his son. Anyway, here we have it. Today's song is to do with the theme of bringing back the death penalty, which is never going to happen, by the way, because they're not going to listen to the public. They're going to listen to themselves. They're going to appoint the boys, you know, to get out the streets there. And don't forget, there's just been another load of policemen done for passing pornographic images of little children. Can you imagine that? What are they doing with these things? Are they mad? Yeah, they are mad, aren't they? Off with their head, as Shama Begum might say. Here we go, I'm going to sing to you now. This is a song that's very much in keeping with today's little rambling by Psychic John G. And don't forget, folks, there it is. Today's best-selling book. Yeah, HMP Manchester Prison Officer. It's available on Amazon. It's got lots of nice reviews. This is The Hanging Tree, and it was originally recorded by Marty Robbins. As I say, it's to take into account today's subject. I came to town to search for gold, and I brought with me a memory, and I seem to hear the night wind cry, go hang your dreams on the hanging tree, your dreams of love that could never be. Hang your faded dreams on the hanging tree. I searched for gold, and I found my gold, and I found a girl who loved just me, and I wished that I could love her too, but I'd left my heart on the hanging tree. I'd left my heart with a memory and a faded dream on the hanging tree. Now there were men who craved my gold, and who meant to take my gold from me. When a man is gone, he needs no gold, so they carried me to the hanging tree to join my dreams and a memory. Yes, they carried me to the hanging tree. To really live, you must almost die, and it happened just that way with me. They took the gold and set me free, and I walked away from the hanging tree. I walked away from the hanging tree, and my own true love, she went with me. That's when I knew that the hanging tree was a tree of life, new life for me, and a tree of hope, new hope for me, a tree of hope, new love for me, the hanging tree, yeah, the hanging tree. There you go, the hanging tree, as murdered today by Psychic John G. So that's me, by the way. Have a look at my website, psychicworld.net. And also, I've got a TikTok channel called Jailer John. Have a look, Jailer John on TikTok. There's loads of mad stuff on there. Anyway, it's all comedy, by the way, that. Thanks for watching. Tales from the Jails.